Hello everyone, welcome to Terraria. 93.5 hours, nice. This is my main world for the Worthy Seed. Already all set up. These are basically the only items you need, just lots of ammo, mini shark, recall potion. And then, of course, armor and accessories. Armor's not completely necessary, but ah shit. Of course there's a demon eye in my house. Nice. Yeah. I'm going to sort of, throughout the video, for those that aren't as experienced, explain how to get everything for this setup. Yeah, feel free to skip to the end if you want, because it takes around an hour to kill. And I'm not going to be cutting this video. I don't have a video editor. But yeah, as you can see on master difficulty and on a for the Worthy Seed, for the Worthy's basically master difficulty plus. It's got 40,000 health effectively instead of 30,000. The funny thing is, in the bestiary it says I have 30, well, its entry says it has 30,000 health, and clearly it doesn't. I've killed it, just for those that would complain about that as a buff, no buffs at all. I would recommend using an ammo preservation buff. The potions themselves have no effect on the mini shark if you choose to use one, but the box just there on the ground, you can buy it from the traveling merchant for 15 gold, and you use 20% less ammo. The armor I'm using currently you can get through desert fossils. Using desert fossils, no, ancient fossils on an extractinator, and you'll get desert fossils, I guess they're called, I don't know. And you craft them into the armor. It has a little bit of defense. 8 defense, minus 20% ammo consumption, and 9% ranged crit. Crit is pretty essential for this fight, because you can only deal 1 damage or 2 if you crit. It's not essential, but it'll speed it up a lot. I currently have, I'm pretty sure, 37% crit on my mini shark. It's an agile mini shark, which gives me 12% speed and 3% crit. The speed is pretty important, and the crit's helpful. So agile for this fight would be the best if you're using a mini shark like myself. All of my accessories are lucky except one. Lucky provides 4% crit. The one that isn't lucky is precise, which grants 2% crit. I haven't been able to afford to upgrade it yet. One of my accessories, specifically the second one from the top, the shark tooth necklace, is completely useless in this fight. So if you're playing on normal or expert instead of master difficulty, you don't need this many accessories. Whoops. Because in normal and expert you have 5 accessory slots at the beginning, not 6. So yeah, this is possible for any difficulty. You'll just have up to 4% less crit. Yeah, you can use any sort of like recall potion, any sort of magic mirror, whether it's ice mirror, magic mirror, or the telephone at the beginning, but using a recall potion is faster, more reliable, for not dying before you get to fight the Dungeon Guardian. And yeah, the only reason you would fight this is for a bone key, which is purely cosmetic, which is what I had following me because it's this thing, a baby Skeletron head. I've killed this 7 times already in this world. And yeah, I do it this way because I don't like using minecarts. It feels like it's too much cheese. And I don't have access to teleporters or anything, but using teleporters seems like cheating to me. Because half the time people set it up where it's glitched and Skeleton Dungeon Guardian won't move from where it is. So it's yeah. To me, it's literally cheating. But I'm considering making a series of different ways to kill the Dungeon Guardian. So if anyone has any ideas for challenges, let me know. I'm already considering killing it with the copper short sword without the use of teleporters, because every time I've seen anyone kill it with a copper short sword, they've used a teleporter glitch. And you don't need anywhere near this much ammo, but yeah, I had effectively 40,000 ammo when it only has 40,000 health, and the mini shark already has minus 33% ammo consumption, not even including my armor set bonus. But if you don't want to smash any of the orbs in the Crimson or Corruption, which I would highly recommend you do, because if you smash them you're able to get the Goblin Tinkerer to do reforging. But if you don't want to do, if you don't want to smash any of the orbs, I guess you can get the Goblin Tinkerer through a Goblin Battle Standard if you really wanted to not smash any orbs. But I think the only use for not smashing orbs used to be to not have meteorites spawn, but they spawn after you kill the boss in the Crimson or Corruption now. But yeah, if you don't want to smash orbs, you can get in the jungle, you're able to get a shotgun in some of the chests. I don't know if it was in Living Mahogany Trees or if it was in the jungle shrines, but you can get the arms dealer that way instead of through the orbs, to be able to buy the mini shark in the first place. And I would not recommend the pink horseshoe balloon, which is my bottom accessory slot, because as much as I'm using it, when you jump with it, it doesn't provide horizontal movement speed, so it doesn't benefit you when swapping sides to the Dungeon Guardian. Unlike the green horseshoe balloon, I believe it's called. Yeah. The first jump is the green horseshoe balloon, and it provides a boost in movement speed left and right if you're moving in said direction. And to get all the components for the pink horseshoe balloon, you basically just do fishing. You have a rare chance in any biome, I'm pretty sure, to get a pufferfish balloon and what was what's the other thing? A tsunami in a bottle. And then you need the Goblin Tinkerer to merge them. You use this Tinkerer's Workshop, and you get the... I don't even remember. I think it's called the Pufferfish Balloon. I don't know. But then you merge those with a horseshoe if you so want to. And you can upgrade it to the 3rd tier. Or 2nd tier? I don't know. 3rd tier. And then it doesn't upgrade any further after that. And then with the green horseshoe balloon, you merge a fart in a whoopee cushion, which you get from worms, and a cloud in a bottle, which you can get from underground chests. And then you merge the fart in a jar, which is the result of the two, with a shiny red balloon. And then you merge that with a horseshoe, and you can get shiny red balloons and horseshoes from fishing in the Sky Lake and getting sky crates. There's a 1 in 3 chance for each of them, and there's a 1 in 3 chance for, I believe, a Star Fury, which isn't useful. And then the next item, the frog gear, you need to merge the spiked shoes with spiked glove, I believe it's called, and you'll get the ninja climbing gear. And then you merge the ninja climbing gear with a frog leg, which you get from fishing, and you'll get this. I don't know if it is anything else, but I'm pretty sure that's everything. The shark tooth necklace, which is the 2nd from the top, you get that from blood moons. Again, that's not useful during this fight at all, so you don't need one. I've just got it there because it's useful for the mini shark otherwise. Then the amphibian shoes, the one in the top. You need to get, I believe, just Hermes boots or flurry boots, and what else was it? Flippers, I believe. Oh no, you merge flippers into this. Was it really just... Huh, okay. It's just flurry boots and... also Hermes boots and a frog leg, I guess. Yeah, with the other one that I mentioned earlier, you need flippers as well, I forgot. And then with the final accessory, the Terra Spark boots, you need to get a Hermes boots and a rocket boots from the Goblin Tinkerer. You can get Hermes boots underground in chests, and merge them together to get Spectre boots. And then you merge the Spectre boots with an aglet, which you get from underground chests as well, and an anklet of the wind, which you can get from jungle shrines in the jungle, or from jungle crates. And you will get the lightning spark boots. And then you merge the lightning spark boots with the ice skates, which you can get in ice chests in the ice biome, or from ice crates through fishing. And you will get the frost spark boots. And then you don't... if you're going to fight over the water, you need to upgrade the frost spark boots into the Terra Spark boots. Or you can replace the shark tooth necklace with a lava waders or water walking boots. And the Terra Spark boots is a mix between the Frost Spark shoes and the lava waders. And to get lava waders, you need to get water walking boots and then an obsidian skull. You get water walking boots from water chests, and you craft an obsidian skull out of 20 obsidian. And you merge them to get the obsidian water walking boots. And then you can get a fire charm from the lava layer caverns, which is the bottom either third or half of the caverns layer. And merge the lava charm with the obsidian water walking boots and you'll get lava waders. And then you merge the lava waders with frost and spark boots to get the terrace spark boots. And I believe that's everything. The armor's probably... I wouldn't say the hardest thing to get, but it's not easy to get. If you're farming for the armor, I'd suggest using bombs or bomb fish or sticky bombs on the desert fossils, because if you use a pickaxe you will lose a lot of them because they have a chance of breaking and just disappearing. So if you use a bomb, there's a lot less loss of potential resources. And then for this fight, I shouldn't need any of this, but all of this is stuff you don't need to kill a boss to get. That one's just a pet. minecart you can get from chests in the jungle. If you so choose to use a minecart, you can. It's a lot of preparation there. The other one is just a mount. It's this. And I got that through fishing in lava. Crap. And yeah, if you want to fish in lava before you get to hard mode, you can, if you do enough fishing quests and get a golden bug net, you can capture critters in the underworld, and you can use those critters as bait to fish in lava. And then if you're lucky enough, when you open an obsidian crate, you can get a lava-proof fishing hook, and then you can use just any bait instead of the hell critters, if you so choose, which is very useful. And yeah, you get that mount from obsidian crates as well. And then the fishing hook, of course, is just from fishing quests. And I don't know why, but I wanted to do this completely unbuffed. Just to show how easy it is, I guess. Without the use of cheese methods like a minecart or teleporters. How possible it is with pre-boss items. I've killed King Slime and I have Cthulhu in this world, and that's it. I haven't killed Queen Bee or anything. So I'm not even using anything that a boss drops, or that's locked behind a boss. So any player can do this before they've killed anything, if they're unable to finish a boss fight. But I would say this is my favorite enemy to kill in the game. As long as it takes, it's kind of relaxing for me. I hope I don't sound sick. Yeah, I recorded this yesterday, and the YouTube editor, the YouTube video editor's changed. You used to be able to edit your videos, and I wanted to cut off the front 5 seconds of my video. I couldn't, so yeah, that was disappointing. So I'm recording this all over again. My goal is to get probably 2 or 3 chests full of this, the burn key items. like I said, I'm considering making a sort of mini series of this. And I want to kill I want to spawn 15, which is the cat, and kill all 15 with a copper short sword without the use of cheese, like teleporter glitch. I've only ever seen people kill this with the copper short sword with the teleporter glitch, which is kind of lame, because, yeah, it's not even Pre-Skeletron. And there's no risk involved at all once you get into the glitch. Ah, no, I don't have my critical companionship. I'm killing seagulls. Damn it. That's not bad. And this enemy's changed quite a bit over the game versions, though. When I first started fighting this, it only had, like, in normal mode, before expert mode was even released, it only had, I think it was 3,999 health, and it didn't drop anything, and I killed it like 5 or 6 times, and I was so disappointed. And then I saw Urami kill it, and yeah, they added a drop in 1.2, the bone key. And I'm kind of hoping they'll add another drop for master difficulty, or specifically a for the worthy seed, even on master difficulty. I don't know. Yeah. And for anyone that doesn't understand what I mean by a for the worthy seed, there's 3 secret seeds, and they all make the game more difficult, I guess. The first seed is 0516 2020 or 0515 2020, I'm not entirely sure. But it's the Drunk World seed, and the world will spawn with both Crimson and Corruption. And like a lot of the world mechanics will be different. And it's kind of cool, but yeah, I would suggest everyone check it out. There's a special item you can only get on that seed called the Moonlord Legs. And I've managed to get 2 on other characters, but I haven't transferred them over to this world because, yeah, I can't get them in this world, and this character's only for this world. The only thing I have transferred into this world is some vial powder so I can create a corruption, and 2 hallowed seeds so I can create a hallow. So I can get the corrupt crates and the hallow crates for pre-hardmode before I progress to hard mode. And for those that don't know, the hallow crates have been changed. You can no longer get hard mode ores from the hard mode ores you get from the divine crates for the hallow biome. So like the only way to get hallowed crates is to infect a pre-hard mode world with hallow. It's the only way you can get them now. Since I think it's 1.4.1, but I could be wrong. And basically I want to get a full chest of every item in the game. Except this, I want to get 3 full chests of this. And decorate houses with bone keys. Just cause. I'm considering never killing Skeletron in this world, because I like the dungeon guardian. But it's gonna lock me from so much content. I might have to kill Skeletron on a different world, just for the dungeon. Who knows? We'll see. pretty sure there's no banner for this. There's no real need to kill this 50 times. And I was sort of surprised because you only need to kill this, I think, once for it to unlock the entirety of its stats in the bestiary. I checked it yesterday. And on the official Terraria wiki, I'm pretty sure it's official, gamepedia.com, it says that everything except bosses needs 50 kills to display everything, and this technically isn't a boss. So, yeah, I would have thought that you'd need 50 kills for it to display the drop rate of 100% for the bone key, but no, I've killed it 7 times, and it's completely displayed for me. So I was a little bit disappointed there, honestly, because it unlocks completely when you kill Skeletron anyway. But yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I've almost got it down to half health, and I've not even used a roll of ammo. And I don't have my arms dealer in the desert yet, but having him on his own with the nurse next to him, I'm pretty sure it is, the musket balls will only cost 6 copper, so it's pretty cheap as well. For a stack of 999, it's just shy of 6 gold. No, not 6 gold, 60 silver. So you can almost get 2 to a stack of gold. 2 stacks to a gold, rather. And the bone key itself sells for 5 gold, so it's not a good way to farm for coin if you're using this. But if you're using something like, say, maybe a thorn chakram, it could be used to farm for money. It just wouldn't be very efficient, because 5 gold for an hour is just not worth it. Like, I would do it, but you're better off just doing fishing quests. You can get 5 gold for 2 minutes. Every 24 minutes. Pretty sure the fishing quests cap at 10 gold as well. I'm not quite that far. I've finished 133 or 134 quests so far. It's been fun. Basically what I live for in this world: Dungeon Guardian and fishing quests. And I think the only threat during this fight is zombies as well, because all of the ocean enemies will spawn within 3 tiles, it seems, of the ocean floor. Except the seahorses, obviously, but they're critters, they're not threatening. Oh, okay, apparently on a windy day, slimes are a threat as well. Because if you're fighting this Pre-Skeletron, you can't get the Cobalt Shield to negate knockback. And that's the first ever slime I've seen fighting this. That's cool. And basically, if you get knocked back during this fight, if it hits you, you're a one-shot, regardless on this difficulty. I don't even think you can survive it if you have max defense with endgame items and max damage reduction, because master difficulty, it deals 3000 damage. I don't know about master difficulty for the worthy, it's probably 4000. The bestiary doesn't accommodate for the worthy seed, which is annoying. I don't even think it's possible to get 100% bestiary completion on a for the worthy seed, because it's impossible to get a normal bunny in the bestiary, because when there's a party going, or it's Christmas or it's Halloween, you can get bunnies that are dressed up, and when you catch them you will get a normal bunny, even on a for the worthy seed. But when you place them, it will turn into an explosive bunny. So yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I don't know if you need to craft it into something, like a bunny cage, and then place the bunny cage and it'll count. I haven't tested that yet, but yeah. I have a feeling it's going to be impossible to get 100% completion. Anyone that knows otherwise, please let me know, because clearly I haven't completed hard mode. I haven't even finished Skeletron yet. I deleted all my old saves before the 1.4 update and all my characters, so I started fresh, and I started in a drunk world seed, and then I found out about For the Worthy, and it's like, oh my god, I'm so gonna play on this much higher difficulty. It's just brilliant. Yeah, I've been loving it. For anyone that wants a challenge, I'd suggest a For the Worthy seed on master difficulty. From what I've read, a lot of the enemies and bosses in hard mode will one-shot you, even when you're completely set up. Which is kind of funny. I'm looking forward to it, if I ever make it that far. But the way I play games, I probably won't. I'll be too busy bloody trying to get us 40 stacks of 999 nymph banners or something. I can see myself doing that. It's gonna take me longer to farm them than it is. Well, I reckon probably oh no. Oh, no, nymph banners I could probably speed up with increasing my luck. And if I ever kill Skeletron, hooking up dark traps, blocking spawn points, etc. But yeah, gnomes are going to be interesting to try and get, because I don't have any living trees other than I don't have any living wood trees, so I can't get uber. Ah, jeez, pardon me. I can't get uber gnome spawns. I'm sort of limited. And for those that don't know, luck is a completely hidden stat that will change quite a few things. Like, it increases the drop rate of rarer items, probably all items actually. I think it can affect fishing, like, what else can it affect? I don't know. But it's really easy to manipulate, it's difficult to get negative luck, but if you don't know about it, you don't know how to set it up. I would suggest people search it up if they're interested in the deeper mechanics of Terraria, Because if you utilize luck, it can make quite a few things a hell of a lot easier. Like for example, getting a slime staff, it being one of the rarest drops in the game, having a positive luck would benefit you. I'm pretty sure the only way to get a negative luck during, or in the game as of now, is through killing ladybugs. And if you walk over a ladybug, you get positive luck. If you've got a nearby gnome, you get positive luck. If you've got the right sort of torches for the biome you're in, you can have positive luck, provided you don't have any torches that aren't from the biome. Because torches can't reduce your luck, but they can mitigate other torches' luck bonuses. And yeah, there's quite a few things. And yeah, and for anyone that just wants to get an easy burn key, I probably should have said this earlier in the video, but I would not recommend doing it this difficulty, because the burn keys only drop, and it drops in any difficulty. This enemy is just as difficult to fight in any difficulty. It's just longer to fight in higher difficulties. So, because the higher the difficulty, the more health it has. So I'd suggest doing it in a normal build if you didn't want to fight it for the sake of fighting it this much health, or close to this much health. I'm pretty sure it has 10k health in normal now, 20k in expert, 30k in master, and then 40k in master for the worthy. I haven't checked out normal for the worthy or expert for the worthy, because honestly they don't interest me. Just max difficulty. Like if you saw my world list, or took a look at my world list during the beginning, if I even showed it, I don't think I did. All of my worlds are master difficulty. I might have. And I think I've got 8 worlds. Maybe 9. I might have a multiplayer world, I don't know. 2 of them are for the worthy seeds. One's Crimson, which is this one, and one's Corruption. I have 2 not the bees seeds, which is another secret seed. Everything turns into a jungle and beehives. 1 Crimson, 1 Corruption again. I have 2 Drunk World seeds for whatever reason. They're both Crimson and Corruption, so there's no real need, but I do anyway. And then I think I've got 2 maps I called Standard Resource Map 1 and Standard Resource Map 2, just to farm for things like dirt and sand, clay, if I run out in this world. But I'll probably change or delete them and make a for the worthy seed for each of them. Only up a farm on max difficulty. Yes. Yeah. Basically, I wanted to make this video to prove to everyone that it is possible, and it's not as difficult as some people believe to kill the Dungeon Guardian without being in hard mode, or having hard mode equipment. Like, you can get everything I have before you even kill the first boss, or you can get everything I have without killing any bosses. I wasn't fighting this, but I was riding on a minecart a little while ago, and I don't know how long it was, but after a while my character just dropped off of the minecart and stopped moving. It's really weird. So if you are using minecarts to fight this, just take note, if you're not changing your speed, I don't even know if changing your speed will have an effect, but at some point your character will just drop off the minecarts. So minecart fighting this is not very reliable at all, unless you're getting off of it and getting back onto it. I don't think the minecart would outlast the Dungeon Guardian on this higher difficulty. That's something to take note of if you are planning to use minecarts. I plan to use them later on when I try and kill this with Copper Shortsword, without the cheat method that I see everyone that's done it use with teleporters. I plan to do it all pre-boss equipment as well, except maybe the armor from King Slime. I'm not sure. I'll work that out when I get there. But yeah, and I feel when fighting this, buffs are completely useless. The only useful buff is I think it's the Rage Potion, which increases your crit by 10%. Everything else is completely useless. Like, the Iron Skin Potion defense is not going to help you. The Swiftness Potion move speed's not going to help you. Because it doesn't increase your movement speed cap, and the Dungeon Guardian moves faster than your move speed cap, so like, and one thing I forgot to mention is this build is basically a focus on outmaneuvering him with fall speed and jump speed. I believe 4 of my items increase my jump height and jump speed. Because as you can tell, you fall faster than the Dungeon Guardian. Whereas running, you cannot possibly outrun him. Like, looking at me running away here, I'll try and set it up a bit. I probably jumped too high. But he will catch up to me eventually. I'll jump a little bit less higher this time. And so if you're just trying to straight up outrun him, he will catch you. Like, it moves at about 41 mph, and your character will cap at 34. So yeah, 25% faster than you can possibly move without the aid of a minecart or asphalt, which you get in hard mode only, I'm pretty sure. And even then, I think they patched asphalt at some point, where the Dungeon Guardian will move just as quick as you if you're using asphalt. So that's not a viable option, from what I understand. I've never ever tried fighting it with asphalt, but yeah. And ice bricks, the Terra Spark boots or Frost Spark boots say that you have increased maneuverability on ice. That only speeds up the rate of which you reach your speed cap. It does not increase your speed cap at all. I tested that. It's just a quick way of turning around, basically. So even ice is not useful during this. In fact, it will hinder you more than help you, because it will give a spot for enemies to spawn. Because if you fight it on the ocean like this, enemies can't spawn anywhere, except on the shore, as you've seen zombies spawning over here. But yeah, zombies are the only threat at nighttime, and only during nighttime. Like, there's nothing else that can potentially kill you. And having 2 NPCs does helping reduce spawn rates, but if a blood moon happens, they have no effect on spawn rates, and if you're not careful, blood moons can very easily screw you over. So if you want to use the ocean to benefit, like I do, I would suggest extending your ocean further out, so that you're on the border the whole time. I'm going to do that at some point, but I need to prepare underneath my ocean before I do. I've got a lot of setting up to do, because I kind of want to make an Atlantis in my ocean anyway, so I need my ocean to be deeper. And yeah, I'm not just gonna dig down, I want to dig out as well. And this is a large map as well, just to make the world even more difficult on myself. Done, 8,000 health, 80% of the way finished. One thing you can utilize though is player-placed walls will negate enemy spawns, so if you wanted to fill the entire screen up with walls, you can stop enemies spawning that way too. Is it worth it? Probably not, but you can if you want to. Although I've had a demon eye spawn in the fisherman's house, I don't know how. The door was locked, and the fisherman, not door, the trap door, I guess it's still a door. The fisherman can't reach it, so I don't know how the demon eye got in there. I must have a missing wall. But I thought if you had missing walls, they can't move in, so I don't know. I'll have to check that out later. There you go, almost. I'm gonna use about a row and a half, 15,000 bullets to kill this. It's not too bad. If you use the ammo reservation box that I have on the ground just over here as well, for 40,000 health you'll usually use around 12,000 ammo if you have as much crit as I do, which is 38%, provided you don't miss very much. Because like if you're shooting out here, it's not going to help you kill the dungeon guardian. Clearly. And like I said before, if anyone ends up watching this, feel free to suggest any methods of which I should kill the dungeon guardian again, because I want to kill it at least another 40 times. Probably another 60 times. And it'll all be on this difficulty, whether it's using this mini shark or thorn chakra, the wooden boomerang. Please, no cheat methods. I want to do it all no cheese. If this could be considered cheese, I'm sorry. Like, I'm actively playing. It's not hoiking, it's not minecarts, it's like, I have to control my character the whole time. I don't consider this cheese. And there's risk, like zombies at night, for example. That flying slime earlier. I also kind of want to try and kill all of the bosses, except Skeletron, whilst I have a dungeon guardian chasing me. So I want to fight King Slime whilst dodging a dungeon guardian. The Eye of Cthulhu, which I don't even know if it'll be possible, because the knockback when it's in its second phase, close to death. It'll probably knock me straight into the dungeon guardian. Because there's no way to possibly get a cobalt shield without killing Skeletron in a world. So maybe I'll have to do that on my other world. I don't know. It should seem kinda pointless. Because then I would need to kill Wall of Flesh and progress that to hard mode as well. Health, 90% of the way there. At some point I need to stock up on recall potions though. I've only got 18 left. Pretty easy to craft though. Just bottled water day blooms and specular fish. I do enough fishing. Probably got about 100 specular fish in a chest. And you can get them pretty much anywhere. I get enough bait from fishing quests that I don't think I could run out, at least. So farming for some wouldn't be an issue. Maybe I should explore my dungeon without killing dungeon guardians, using teleport potions and such. So I can get myself a... what is it? Like a witching table? I don't know. No, an alchemy table. So I can be more efficient with potion crafting. Haha. Because I already managed to get myself a bewitching table. As useless as it is for me because I don't use minions. Less than 2k health. Got this. Provided my keyboard doesn't screw me over. Like it has done once before. Wouldn't let me double jump. So close. Kind of funny though, because with I searched up the alchemy table because it does make potion crafting a lot more efficient, and it's described as a post-Skeletron item, but it is possible to get one beforehand, I'm pretty sure. It just takes a lot of effort. I don't, nah, I can't get a vial for, and I don't have a corruption yet. I don't think I can charge mana without stopping the, can you? Because I wonder if I accidentally spawned 15 of these whilst trying to get through the dungeon to get a alchemy table. Would I be able to use a vial form to kill them? Or if I can manage to kill... Oh, that's even better. If I can manage to kill the... There you go. If I can kill the brain of Cthulhu. And I went through... Pretty sure that's 10, 15, 15.7k ammo to fight that. Yeah, fossil helmet, fossil greaves, lucky. Burn key, which I'll make visible now. This is what you fight it for. And then the minecart, which I can't show you. Fishhook, agile mini shark, and then recall potions. This is my world so far. I've been, yeah. I did this to stop the corruption and crimson from coming across when I eventually get into hard mode, if it ends up getting this side. Just in case. And I put my surface one on a sky lake because, yeah. And I tried doing a goblin army farm here, but yeah, it didn't work. They don't spawn when I'm sitting down here. for whatever reason. There's my bewitching table. That's my normal loot. And there's another bone key. Alright, thanks for watching, and see yous.